If you're a man over 60, what I'm about to share could spare you years of frustration, financial strain, and emotional pain. These are 5 hard truths many men only realize far too late when it comes to relationships at this stage of life. Whether you're divorced, widowed, or have been single for a long time, this is something you need to seriously consider. Society constantly pushes the idea that companionship is essential, that being alone is something to avoid at all costs. But what if remaining single is actually the wisest move you can make right now? What if the traditional idea of a relationship no longer works for you? And what if that's completely fine? This isn't about resentment or anger. It's about being realistic in ways most people won't be honest about. If you're open to hearing a perspective that challenges what we're told we should want, then it's time to face some uncomfortable truths. The first reality is that your financial stability is at risk. After 60, you've likely spent decades building what you have. Your savings, retirement accounts, property, social security, and maybe even a pension are the foundation that supports the rest of your life. After working 40 years or more, protecting that foundation matters. Yet, what rarely gets discussed is how entering a serious relationship later in life can jeopardize years of careful planning. This goes far beyond paying for dinners or trips. It's about the deeper financial consequences that come with intertwining your life with someone else's at this age. Picture this. You meet someone, things progress, and suddenly health expenses enter the picture. Maybe her insurance doesn't fully cover a medical procedure. You care about her, so of course you help. But now your emergency fund is smaller than you planned. Then come the blended family issues. Your adult children may worry about what happens to their inheritance. Her children may scrutinize every dollar you spend. You're caught in emotional and financial tension you never wanted. These situations escalate quickly, and they often turn ugly. Legal complications add another layer. Living together or getting married at this stage can mean prenups, updated wills, beneficiary changes, and estate planning headaches. One mistake can send your legacy into years of legal disputes. Many men over 60 also discover they're expected to financially support a partner who didn't prepare well for retirement. Maybe she worked less, maybe a divorce wiped her out, maybe she made poor decisions. Regardless of the reason, you didn't work your entire life to become someone else's retirement safety net. Being cautious isn't selfish, it's responsible. Another truth is that you finally earned real freedom. For most of your adult life, your time never truly belonged to you. In your younger years, you were focused on building a career and proving yourself. Later, you were consumed by family responsibilities, mortgages, and obligations. Now, for the first time, you can structure your days however you want. You can wake up late, disappear into your hobbies, travel without asking permission, or do absolutely nothing if that's what you enjoy. But when you enter a relationship now, that freedom slowly erodes. You start checking in about plans. Spontaneous decisions become discussions. You feel obligated to attend events you don't care about, socialize with people you barely know, and sacrifice quiet time for activities that don't interest you. Individually, these compromises seem minor. Over time, they pile up and become exhausting. Many men say they feel boxed in again, experiencing the same dynamics they thought they left behind after divorce or loss. They traded independence for companionship and later questioned whether the exchange was worth it. After decades of prioritizing others, you've earned the right to guard your time and energy carefully. Giving that up should never be a casual decision. There's also the harsh reality of health and caregiving. This is the topic most people avoid, yet it's one of the most important. After 60, health issues increase for everyone. Chronic conditions, reduced mobility, and serious illnesses become more common. Entering a relationship at this stage often means signing up, knowingly or not, to be a caregiver. Statistically, men tend to pass away earlier than women. That means there's a strong chance you'll be the one caring for a partner as her health declines. It often starts subtly. Someone who was active and independent at 65 may face major health challenges by 70 or 75. Arthritis, diabetes, heart problems, or cognitive decline can change everything. Instead of enjoying retirement, you may find yourself coordinating appointments, managing medications, and dealing with insurance companies. Caregiving takes a serious toll. Men in these situations often experience depression, anxiety, and declining physical health themselves. Some haven't taken a vacation in years. Others can't leave the house without arranging care. This isn't what they imagined their later years would look like. And there's another uncomfortable question that rarely gets asked. If you're the one who becomes ill first, will she stay? Or will you be left alone anyway, but now emotionally and financially entangled? It happens more often than people like to admit. Another truth is that by this age, you're firmly set in your ways, and that's not a flaw. It's the result of decades of learning what works best for you. You know how you like your routines, your environment, your food, your sleep, and your personal space. You've optimized your life to minimize stress and maximize comfort. There's nothing wrong with that. Yet, new relationships often require renegotiating all of it. Different schedules, habits, preferences, and rhythms clash. You like dinner early, she eats late. You're a morning person, she stays up past midnight. You prefer quiet evenings, she wants constant activity. Even small things like thermostat settings or morning routines can become daily sources of tension. Being uncomfortable in your own home day after day slowly wears you down. You've already spent decades compromising for careers, marriages, children, and extended families. At this stage, you don't need to prove your flexibility or willingness to adapt. Wanting peace, predictability, and control over your environment isn't selfish. It's earned. A small, seemingly insignificant issue slowly turns into a major quality of life problem. And this is the key point many people overlook. The older you get, the higher the price you pay for compatibility problems. What might have been a minor irritation at 30, something you could joke about or tolerate, becomes a daily source of frustration at 65. You don't have decades left to slowly adapt to another person's habits. You have years, maybe a couple of decades if you're fortunate. Every single day carries more weight now. Wanting things a certain way doesn't make you stubborn. It means you understand yourself. After more than 60 years of lived experience, you've earned the right to protect your comfort, your routines, and your peace of mind. No one should make you feel guilty for that. By this stage of life, peace is no longer optional, it's essential. And that leads to another hard reality that many men underestimate: the emotional chaos you absolutely don't need. Life feels different once you pass 60. You know firsthand how quickly time moves. You've probably lost close friends, maybe a spouse, and watched your parents grow old and pass on. You don't speculate about mortality anymore, you understand it. With that understanding comes clarity. Calm matters, stability matters, emotional balance matters. Unnecessary drama does not. Yet here's the uncomfortable truth about dating later in life. Every relationship comes with baggage, but at this age, the baggage is heavy. These aren't small carry-on bags. They're massive trunks filled with complications you didn't create but will be expected to deal with if you get involved. Start with former husbands. Most women at this stage have an ex somewhere in the background. Maybe they're still connected through adult children. Maybe unresolved financial ties still exist. Maybe resentment lingers years later. Whether you like it or not, you'll hear about it. You'll be dragged into conversations and conflicts that have nothing to do with you. Then there are adult children who don't trust you. They question your motives. They assume you're after their mother's money or trying to take someone's place. Family gatherings feel tense. You sense the hostility. You're tolerated, not welcomed. You thought those days of dealing with difficult family dynamics were behind you, but suddenly they're back in a different form. And it doesn't stop there. Complications multiply. A sister who disapproves, a best friend who interrogates you, grandchildren you're expected to buy gifts for and attend events for, even though they're not your family. You're pulled into emotional situations that stretch across generations, and walking away isn't as simple as you thought it would be. After 6 decades of living, almost everyone carries unresolved emotional wounds. Maybe she's still angry about a divorce that happened years ago. Maybe trust was broken and never fully repaired. Maybe old fears resurface as jealousy or neediness. Somehow, you become the person expected to absorb it all. You're listening, reassuring, fixing, and stabilizing. You didn't sign up to be anyone's therapist, yet that's often what happens. What many men quietly discover is that dating later in life often means becoming an unpaid counselor, financial planner, and family mediator. You're helping solve problems that existed long before you arrived. All of this unfolds while you're trying to enjoy what was supposed to be a calmer chapter of life. One man shared that his girlfriend called him multiple times in a single week, overwhelmed by conflict with her ex over their daughter's wedding. Another spent an entire holiday navigating tension between his girlfriend and her adult son, who disapproved of their relationship. Another found himself mediating disputes about elder care between his partner and her siblings. This is how entire years slip away. Ask yourself honestly how you want to spend the time you have left. Peace of mind has no price tag. Trading it for companionship that brings constant emotional turbulence rarely ends well. You've already navigated decades of interpersonal stress. You've earned the right to step away from it. This isn't about isolation or bitterness. It's not about giving up on life or connection. It's about recognizing that the traditional model of a serious, committed relationship may no longer fit who you are or what you want, and that's perfectly acceptable. There are other ways to experience connection without the heavy obligations. You can enjoy friendships with women without expectations. You can date casually without merging lives. You can hire companions for social events when you want company. You can join clubs, groups, or communities where interaction happens naturally without emotional debt. Many men at this stage discover they're most content focusing on friendships, interests, family, and personal goals. They travel on their own terms. They spend money the way they choose. They wake up each day without negotiating their time or energy. And surprisingly, many of them report feeling happier and more fulfilled than they ever did in long-term relationships. Some people will immediately think about loneliness, and that concern is valid. Loneliness exists, and it can be painful, but being in a relationship is not a guarantee against it. Some of the loneliest individuals are in relationships where they feel unseen, restricted, or emotionally drained. Being alone can be difficult, but feeling lonely while sitting next to someone else is far worse. You can protect yourself from loneliness without attaching your entire emotional well-being to one person. Stay connected with friends, maintain relationships with family, engage in activities that place you around others. Volunteer, learn something new, join organizations, or build routines that bring structure and interaction into your life. Build a community instead of relying on a single relationship to meet every emotional need. In the end, this comes down to being honest with yourself about what truly brings you peace, fulfillment, and contentment in this chapter of life.